Hi children, today we are going to discuss about our environment. So what is our environment mean? Environment is nothing but the surroundings which we live, all the surroundings which we live in it is called as our environment. So what are the components that are present in the environment? It includes biotic components as well as abiotic components. Bio life, bio meaning is life. So the biotic components which are involved here are the living components like plants, animals, human beings, etc. And the abiotic components which are involved in the environment are air, water, fire, this did not have any life at all. Temperature, rainfall. So all these together constitute environment. Environment is nothing but surroundings. Okay. Next, we can also see what are biodegradable substances and non-biodegradable substances. Biodegradable substances are nothing but the substances which can be decomposed by the organisms which are present in the atmosphere or which are present in the soil. So, best examples of biodegradable substances are cattle dung or any other organic matters like vegetable as well as the fruit peels, leaves can be considered as biodegradable substances, whereas non-biodegradable substances are uh, plastics. So this is the major concern nowadays. Plastic is the major non-biodegradable. Though after if you see that plastic substance after many hundreds of years also, it will not biodegradable into the soil. So there are two types of substances, biodegradable as well as non-biodegradable substances. These affect the environment. Okay. Next is ecosystem. The ecosystem is nothing but the combination of or the living together of both living components as well as non-living components or biotic components as well as non-biotic components together, it is called as an ecosystem. Ecosystem together constitute living as well as non-living components. So in this ecosystem, there are many living organisms. For example, you can say the first one is producers, major producers. These producers are nothing but the autotrophs. Autotrophs are nothing but the plants. These plants utilize sunlight. So it utilizes only 1% of sunlight. It gives vast production of food. It gives food material to all other consumers. These are called as the producers. They are nothing but plants. These are producers. Next is consumers. These consumers depend on the producers either directly or indirectly. So these producers are again treated many types like primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. These primary consumers also can be called as herbivores. These herbivores directly they feed on these producers. That means like giraffe or the cattle, which depend on these producers on the grass substances. Those are called as herbivores. Next is primary carnivores, or they can also called as omnivores. For example, so which depends on these herbivores, like they are called as flesh eaters, they are called as carnivores, and they are also called omnivores. They can be called as omnivores. These carnivores and omnivores depend both on, this can depend on both herbivores as well as the producers. For example, if you see crow can depend on the producers as well as the primary consumers. Next is the secondary consumers or tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers are nothing but flesh eaters. They are the flesh eaters. For example, if you take the tigers, lions, wolves, all these are called as carnivores. They are called as carnivores. So these are the different types of consumers. And one more type of consumers are also present. They are called as parasites. These parasites are disease causing agents. They depend on the living organisms, any living organisms, and they attain the food material, and they attain food material and they cause disease. So these are the parasites. Next one is after consumers. Next one is decomposers. These decomposers are nothing but the microorganisms which are present in the soil. Do you wonder why? How come these dead organisms, dead plants and animals go into? Yeah, they are actually decomposed by these decomposers, the useful microorganisms which are present in the soil, decompose the dead bodies of both plants and animals. They are the decomposers. So the ecosystem consists of producers, consumers. Consumers are classified into herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, as well as parasites and also decomposers. Finally, it comes into decompose. This is all a cycle of process where the energy is transferred and the energy is unidirectional. So all other organisms depend on each other. So this is called as an ecosystem or a habitat where we all live in. So if there is any disturbance in all these levels, so there will be gradual disturbance in the ecological balance. So the nature tries to balance its ecosystem, balance its ecosystem. Next comes food chain. What is meant by food chain? Food chain is the sequence of living organisms in which one organism consumes another organism for energy. It is called as a food chain. For example, if you see the grass is nothing but a producer, and which depends on the grass actually insects, many other pests. Insects depend on this grass, and these insects will be eaten by birds. These birds may be eaten by snakes. These snakes can be eaten by vultures. So this is all a cyclic process. This is called as a food chain. Food chain is a sequence of living organisms in which one organism consumes other organisms for its survival. It is a unidirectional or single direction process. In a food chain, various steps where transfer of energy takes place. It is called as a trophic level. Usually, it is called as a trophic level. For example, if you take so this is the utmost trophic level, which is called as producers. Producers are usually more in number. What are producers? We have seen plants. Plants are producers. And the one which depend on these producers are the consumers. Correct. They might be herbivores. And the one which depend on the herbivores are omnivores. And the one which depend on omnivores are carnivores. And after these carnivores are dead, which depends on the decomposers. Okay. So what is meant by a trophic level? In a food chain, various steps where transfer of energy. So these are all nothing but the energy transfer. The energy will be transferred from one trophic level to another trophic level. It is called as a trophic level. This is a sequence of living organisms. So the flow of energy is always unidirectional. Unidirectional. That means flow of energy will take place in only one direction. The green plants capture, as we have seen earlier, these producers capture only 1% of the sun's energy to produce food for all living organisms. So that is why they are called as producers, and we, all types of consumers, depend on the plants for their survival. And from this 1%, next comes the 10%. 10% is being utilized by the herbivores, next level herbivores, and the remaining 90% will be usually done by it for its own metabolic activities. In the same way here also, That means only 10% of the energy is being transmitted from one trophic level to another trophic level. That means when you go from bottom to upside, there will be less amount of energy being transferred. Less amount of energy being transferred. This is called as a trophic level, or it is also called as a food chain. That is 10% law. The flow of energy is always unidirectional. It forms only in unidirectional, and this is a gradual decrease in the amount of energy. Of course, so when you go from bottom to top, there will be gradual decrease in the amount of energy which will be carried to the next trophic level. For example, from producers to herbivores, only 10% is carried. From herbivores to omnivores, 10% is being carried. From omnivores to carnivores, 10% is carried. From carnivores and decomposers, it is another, this is not in the trophic level. So only 10% of the energy is being transferred to the next level, next trophic level. This is called as a 10% law. Next is biomagnification. So what is biomagnification? Biomagnification is nothing but when you go from bottom to upside, when you go from bottom level to the upside level, the concentration of harmful chemicals increases because for the crops, what do we spray usually? Pesticides or harmful pesticides is being sprayed for the crops to meet the demands of the people. So, with very next trophic level in a food chain, the concentration of harmful chemicals is being increased from one level to the next trophic level in a food chain. It is called as biomagnification. Maximum concentration of such chemicals get accumulated. So maximum concentration of these harmful chemicals get accumulated in human bodies, especially as we are on the top. As we are on the top, we the harmful chemicals get accumulated in our bodies since humans occupy the top level in any food chain. So we occupy the top level and we are the most advanced creatures on this earth. That is why we occupy the top level in the food chain usually. What is a food web then? Food web is nothing but a multiple food chains is called as a food web. So the grass or any other plants, many organisms will depend on the plants. For example, insects or birds, and these birds can be eaten by and the producers. They depend rats. Rats depend on these producers. These rats will be eaten by cat, and cat will be eaten by dog, and this dog and again will be if it is dead, if it is can be decomposed gradually. In the same way, many food chains together combinedly to form food web. Thank you.